here with Tim from Clutch. How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right, man. Are you enjoying yourself so far?
So far, so good. I've had way too much coffee and catering, and I think I'm ready for the show.
Have you got to do anything cool, or have you just been in the media tent the whole day today?
I've just been drinking coffee and sitting in the media tent the whole time. I'm looking forward to maybe a corn dog later on during Stone Sour or something.
I don't know if you got that kind of money. No offense, man. It's $8 pieces, dude. It's nuts. Anyway, so Clutch, you guys are playing later on tonight, is that correct?
We're playing at 5:45, I believe, something like that.
So are you going to stick around after to kind of see some of the headliners tonight?
Oh yeah, we'll be here all night for sure.
And are you going to bail out as soon as after, or are you going to come back tomorrow?
Going what?
Are you going to bail out right after, or are you going to be able to come back tomorrow?
We have a show tomorrow. We're actually playing Indiana tomorrow.
Everybody does. Well, I wanted to ask you specifically because, you're in Clutch. You've had so many albums come out. What do you think is the difference between maybe when you started and some of the big bands that are going right now?
What the difference is?
Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't really think there's a huge difference. It's always been the same. If you want to be in a band, you want to play shows, you got to get in a van and start playing shows. Not look back. I think it's always been like that since the early days of rock and roll and jazz. You just have to get out there and play shows. I really don't think it's changed that much.
So I bet you may. I mean, you guys have you've come and been through pretty much every gimmick you can imagine. You've seen them come and go. Is there anyone that really kind of pissed you off? Do you really hate skinny jeans?
No. Back in the day, I used to get maybe a little annoyed at the fact that we were lumped in with nu metal or rap metal in some ways. But, I mean, people always need to pigeonhole bands, especially in radio, they need to have a point of reference. But other than that, Clutch has always been a unique thing, and I don't really begrudge any other bands for following trends or doing, things that I think may be stupid.
Well, and your new album, Earth Rocker, is out. It's a great album, by the way. I really like it. It's a great album.
Cool, thank you.
Is there anything else in your library that you kind of compare it to maybe somebody that hasn't listened to a Clutch record in a while?
A lot of people compare it to the album Blast Tyrants, and that's mostly because we use the same producer. So I think Earth Rocker is most similar to Blast Tyrant if you need to compare it to an earlier Clutch release.
Well, how would you describe it personally, not to compare it to anything else, if you were to describe your own new album?
I would describe it as a cross between Motorhead and Thin Lizzy. I know we say that all the time in interviews these days, but I think that's really the best way to describe the music.
Okay. Do you think radio specifically, since I work in radio, do you think radio has come around more to Clutch, or do you think Clutch is kind of try to get into more with radio?
I don't think radio's really come around to Clutch yet.
I play it.
You play it, absolutely. But, we've never had huge amounts of radio play, but we do get radio play in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So,
does it really matter to you?
I think it definitely helps for sure.
It helps?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, and I also say that because you're doing this big radio show here. There's a lot of radio things where you're going around, all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, you think that radio play helps a band like Clutch in the digital age where are your fans online downloading stuff? You run into that a lot?
I think with radio, it turns people on to music. People that aren't really online and aren't hardcore music fans, Like, it's really hard for someone that's into music to really understand how other people aren't into music. They just listen to it as, I don't know, like they're eating a Twinkie or something. But, yeah, I think being on the radio appeals to a lot of people that would definitely never, ever hear us or never hear of us.
Right. Well, I thank you for stopping by, man. I'll let you carry on about your way if you got any more interviews to do. I appreciate you being here.
Okay, cool. Thanks a lot.